How'd a nice girl like you wind up working in a dump like this?
Fella done me wrong.
Got a lousy taste in men, kid.
He's not so bad. Well, he has a temper. Deep down, he's all fluff.
In a universe of superheroes, cosmic adventures, and ground-shaking battles, Marvel has given us unforgettable relationships. But there's one romance that could have been something truly special, and yet it was left to fade into obscurity. Yes, we're talking about Natasha Romanoff and Bruce Banner. These two broken souls found solace in each other, but their potential as a compelling love story was sadly sidelined, abandoned, and ultimately forgotten. But how exactly did the MCU fail this couple? Let's take a deep dive. The surprising birth of Bruce and Natasha's romance. It all began in Avengers Age of Ultron, when the MCU introduced us to an unexpected pairing. Natasha Romanoff, the fierce and calculating spy, and Bruce Banner, the tortured scientist who becomes the Hulk. At first, this pairing seemed like an astounding choice, until we saw their unique connection unfold. During an intimate moment, Natasha, usually calm and collected, did something extraordinary. She calmed the Hulk with a simple touch. It was a rare glimpse of the bond they shared, one that showed a deep understanding between them. Their connection deepened at Hawkeye's farm. In one of the most emotionally raw scenes, Natasha opens up about her painful past, revealing her forced sterilization and calling herself a monster. This was a powerful moment of vulnerability that humanized her like never before. Bruce, too, shared his fear of never leading a normal life. The two heroes, hurt in different ways, began to see each other's scars. The seeds of a beautiful relationship were planted, but sadly, they never fully grew. MCU's missed opportunity. The relationship slides out. By the end of Age of Ultron, Bruce makes the decision to leave Earth, leaving behind Natasha and all the possibilities of what could have been. Fans were hoping that their relationship would be revisited in future films, but when we catch up with Natasha in Captain America: Civil War, there's no mention of Bruce, not a word. It's as if their bond never existed. Then Thor Ragnarok rolls around, and Bruce is back on Earth. This should have been the perfect opportunity to reignite their connection. But instead, Natasha's presence is reduced to a mere video message. A message that helps Bruce regain control of the Hulk, but offers no emotional follow-up. After all they went through together, this felt like a mere afterthought. The blatant dismissal, Infinity War and Endgame. Now, let's talk about Avengers: Infinity War. After years apart, Bruce and Natasha finally reunite, but the moment is underwhelming. There's no emotional buildup, no heartwarming reunion, just an awkward glance and an even more awkward joke from Falcon.
This is awkward.
Despite all the feelings built up between them, the moment is brushed off as if it's no big deal. Then comes Endgame, where Natasha's death could have been the emotional peak for their unresolved relationship. Yet, when Natasha dies on Vormir, Bruce's reaction is shockingly subdued. Sure, he's visibly sad, but there's no depth, no grief, nothing that mirrors the intensity of their past connection. It doesn't seem like a personal loss. Final nail in the coffin. And then came She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, which offered the MCU's final word on Bruce and Natasha's relationship. In the first episode, Bruce casually mentions Natasha's lullaby technique, the way she could calm the Hulk, but he admits he doesn't even understand why it worked.
So how do I turn back into Jen? How did you do it?
Usually I'd fall out of a jet, or I'd get knocked out by a robot and I'd wake up as Banner. Or Natasha for a little while would tell me a lullaby.
Walk me through how that worked again.
I don't have a great explanation for it.
And that's it. No reflections on the memories, no closure. With Natasha gone and no future exploration, it's clear that their relationship was nothing more than a fleeting footnote in the MCU's sprawling narrative. The unfulfilled potential of Bruce and Natasha. Imagine a storyline where two broken people, struggling with their own demons, find healing and understanding in each other. This dynamic between Bruce and Natasha could have been a rare and powerful narrative in the MCU, but instead, it was swept under the rug, never fully explored, never fully realized. While other MCU couples, like Tony Stark and Pepper Potts, or Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter, received moments of closure, Bruce and Natasha were left hanging. Even in a universe crowded with characters and complex storylines, the MCU had the opportunity to offer fans at least a small moment of resolution, a conversation, an acknowledgement of what could have been, but that never came. So, why did the MCU fail to give Bruce and Natasha the love story they deserved? Was it simply the sheer number of characters that crowded the narrative? Maybe. But with a bit of creative effort, they could have given us something meaningful. In a universe where epic love stories thrive, friendships are tested, relationships are built, and heroes rise, Natasha and Bruce's connection stood as a rare gem that was never given the chance to shine. And in a world that's seen it all, sometimes it's the quietest moments, the unspoken bonds, that leave the greatest impact. Natasha Romanoff and Bruce Banner's love story, while filled with immense potential, will forever remain one of the MCU's greatest what-ifs. Drop your comments and let us know what you think of this lost love story, and don't forget to like and subscribe to First Curiosity.